All right, Lions fans, we're back again with another video, and we're gonna make this one really. I'll try to do my best to make this short. This is on the question if the Lions are or should they be buyers or sellers by the trade deadline. I think they should be both. I They already bought one player, and but with the position that they are in, with the girth of talent that they have. I mean, they can actually be sellers as well, which can actually, even though if they only have five draft picks, they don't have much of trading chips in that department. But there's other ways that you can work around it. You if you do decide to mortgage the future, you're talking about maybe next year's, so forth. You can work around it. It depends on what you're looking to get or how you view the team as. If let's say hypothetically the Lions beat the Colts, um, and they beat them in a fashionable way that sort of tilts the needle to not just progression, but to take that step forward of being more consistent, or the team being gelling that camaraderie or that continuity, and they're gelling as a team on all three phases: offense, defense, special teams. The coaches are improving on offense, defense, the coordinators, and so forth. If you're seeing the whole thing is starting to gel, then you can mortgage the future a little bit. Not a lot, but if you only got five trading pieces and draft picks to trade, you don't have much of to mortgage, but you still have the upcoming year after that. But I say all that to say they have when I mentioned that they have a girth of talent, they have pieces on here that actual other teams actually do desire. If it's at the skill position, if it's not at the skill position, if we have a plethora of talent on this team, and I don't know have anybody ever witnessed a Lions team have ever been with depth, a quality depth at that the players that you have or that you can actually sell, they are worth something versus maybe like a player that's a walk on or that sort of thing. But you actually have talent here that actually you're looking at selling between possibly from the third round all the way up to the of course to the sixth. So I don't know. It depends. Like with the backup quarterback, David Blau, you have somebody asking about him. You have somebody asking about Jared Davis. Have somebody asking about Marvin Jones. Have somebody, they even Adrian Peterson. They have a nice little roster with the cornerbacks. So whatever they surrounded themselves with a way to do. They surround themselves in a frame to do business with the Lions. The Lions could actually have the bargaining chip. The Lions actually could be actually for the first time I've witnessed, they could actually be head of the table, and as well as continue to develop continuity, gelling, and so forth. So they could be buyers and sellers by doing both. And I don't think they're done buying just yet. If the right deal comes along the table, it depends on how I would say this weekend goes. And once again, if they hypothetically, if they beat the Colts, which I quote unquote say they will do, if they beat the Colts and they do it in a fashionable way where it's not like they took a step back, they can definitely be buyers and as well as being sellers too as well. They can probably sell to buy. So look at it this way: they can actually sell a player, flip that trade piece. I mean, that what a draft pick as a trade piece, the package for what they may have, whatever. They'd be in a better position to do so, and it's not costing the team that much because of how they are with the cap situation and so forth. And I believe Quinn and his staff and has done an excellent job with the upper management to put themselves into such a position as an opportunity, as well as I think Patricia has done a great job getting the players to buy in and so forth. Even if he's growing himself, even if Quinn is growing himself, they're doing a great job of actually progressing as a team, as an organization. Look at all around it. It's a night and day situation than it was up under Jim Schwartz, Caldwell, and if you can go back as far as the Millen and Mayhew era. It's a night and day situation. This is like a well-oiled machine. It put me in the mind of y'all, you guys know how I do. I have to make my reference of a comparison. It's put me in the mind of when the Pistons let go of Rick Carlisle in favor of Larry Brown. This team is almost in that position to go get that veteran coach if Patricia can't knock on the door. Let's say like if he is knocking on the door or getting to the NFC title, but that's just if Quinn sees that as far as he can go. Like there's not another gear in him. If there's then you can go get that veteran coach to take them over the hump per se. Or if it's not the coaching change or the coaching that needs to be changed, particularly if you're knocking on the door at the NFC title game, then you're looking at going into that off season to go over the hump. And the way Quinn has did it or has done it is that it's not costing the Fords a lot of money. They don't have like really their money not really tied up that much. Of course, you could say Trey Flowers probably. I think Trey Flowers is probably the highest paid on the team. Maybe following Halapoulivaati, Vitae, or you may have Decker or whoever may get the extensions and so forth. And it's well done. The timing of it is well done. How things is coming together. The process is all coming together. But even with that being said, this is without signing Kenny Golladay. So signing Kenny Golladay or having Kenny Golladay on his team, it's like the icing on the cake. It's a bonus. It's not. This team is progressed. Don't get me wrong. This team is good with Kenny, but this team also could be good without him. When they was playing those games without him, they wasn't even gelling yet. They just started to gel at the bye week. Right after that bye week, that week of that practice of the bye week was the turning corner. And they started to progress as a team. And what I mean by progressing as a team, they start to gel. Players start to buy in. It's one thing to buy in and talk. Then it's another thing to buy in that you hold yourself accountable. As one player will say, everybody's doing their job. That's when it's a buy-in deal, when everybody's, doing their job. And that makes it a complimentary deal. One is complimenting each other. So with that being said, I look at the Lions by the deadline. They could be both. They already did one half of it. They can go ahead and be sellers too as well. With that being said, Lions fans, I salute.